Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain addressing modes of 8051, which is a 8-bit microcontroller. So what is addressing mode mean? You can see here, this is internal memory organization of 8051 microcontroller. So what is addressing mode? An addressing mode is a way to locate a target data, which is also called as operand. That means addressing mode is nothing but it is a way of accessing the data. If data is stored in the memory or if data is stored in the internal register, then how to access a data, how to transfer a data. So way of handling the data is known as addressing mode. In 8051, there are 1 byte, 2 byte and 3 byte instructions. That means there are three types of instruction, that is 1 byte instruction, 2 byte instruction and 3 byte instruction. So this is the length of instruction. The opcodes are 8-bit long. As opcodes are 8-bit data, there are 256 possibilities. In 8051, there are 6 types of addressing mode. So which are there? There is immediate addressing mode, there is register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode or only indirect addressing mode, index addressing mode and implied addressing mode. Now let's learn these addressing modes one by one. Now this is a general format of instruction. In 8051, we write a mnemonic of the instruction. So whatever English like word we use for the instruction, it is known as mnemonic of instruction. So instruction consists of mnemonic and operand. Mnemonic and operand together forms instruction. So this is English like word which is known as mnemonic. Now operand. In operand, we either use data, we use registers, we use pointer register, etc. On operand side, there are two things. That is, one is destination operand and one is source operand. So if I write move a comma hash 30h, so on the right hand side you will find always there is source operand and destination operand is always on left hand side. What is meaning of destination operand or what is meaning of source operand? So let's take an example of this instruction, move a comma r5. So r5 is a register, a is also a register, move says transfer a data or copy a data. So what is the meaning of source? So in this instruction, data will flow from source to destination. Data always flows from source to destination. In operand, on the right hand side, we always mention source and on left hand side, there is always a destination. So length of instruction is also mentioned in the format and machine cycle. What is machine cycle? Machine cycle, with the help of machine cycle, we can find out the time required for execution of that particular instruction and thereby we can calculate the speed of microcontroller. What are the prerequisites if you want to understand the addressing modes of 8051 microcontroller? You should have understanding of memory organization and architecture of 8051. So if you don't know these two topics, so better before watching this video, you should go and watch the videos on memory organization and architecture of 8051 microcontroller. Now let's start with the first addressing mode, that is immediate addressing mode. What is meaning of immediate addressing mode? In immediate addressing mode, data is directly specified in the instruction itself. That means whatever data we want to handle, suppose we want to transfer that data or we want to add that data or we want to multiply that data. So that data is available in the instruction. The source, again I will show you the format. This is instruction format. Again it consists of mnemonic and operand. Here in addressing mode, I am always taking example of move instruction. That means for data transfer instruction. So move a comma hash 30h. So what is written? The data is directly specified in the instruction itself. So here this 30 is nothing but data and that data is available in the instruction. The source is immediate data. That data is always on the source side. Source side means on the right hand side. This data you should not write on the left hand side. So source or data is written always on the right hand side of the instruction. Now, how to identify whether it is data or whether it is address? So for identifying the data, whenever there is hash, wherever there is this symbol of hashtag, then uh, understand that it is data and it is not address. Remember, whenever there is a hash, it indicates that it is data and it is not address. So this symbol specifies that the operand is immediate data and result will be stored in the destination register. So what this instruction says? This instruction says move immediate data. Well, how much is what is the data? Immediate data 30. 30 is a number. Data number 30 into register A. A is nothing but accumulator register available in 8051 microcontroller. So what happens after execution of, let's understand that this is a small part of 8051 microcontroller is shown, in which I have shown only accumulator and register B. But you know that the 8051 architecture is a big architecture with various registers and buses and ports. So a small portion is shown. Suppose this is accumulator register, which is also known as register A. So after execution of this instruction, the 30 will get transferred into accumulator. This 30, which is a data, will get copied into this accumulator register, that is register A. Why register A? Because on the destination side we have written register A. If I write here B, then it will get transferred to register B. Now register addressing mode. Now in register addressing mode, in this mode, source and destination both are registers. Now in the previous addressing mode, it was immediate addressing mode, in which the source was data. Now in register addressing mode, source and destination both are registers. Now let's take an example. Move A, R3. A is also register and R3 is also register. So in this mode, this H is not required here. In this mode, source and destination both are registers. The data is specified in the register for various operations. That means data is specified in the register. Various operations means here I have used move instruction. That means for data transfer I have used. Various operations can be data is available for addition, data is available for division, data is available for logical operations and so on. Only the accumulator A and R0 to R7 registers of each memory bank are allowed in this mode to transfer a data. So remember, what we can use in this instruction, you can use only accumulator A and R0 to R7 registers. What are R0 to R7 registers? If you remember, R0 to R7 registers are the registers in memory bank. So here I have shown, we know that in internal memory organization, this is a part of internal memory of 8051 microcontroller, in which the bottom part of memory is divided into 4 register banks. That is, this is register bank 0, this is register bank 1, register bank 2 and register bank 3. In every register bank, there are 8 registers that varies, that named from R0 to R7. So register bank, suppose this is register bank 0, register bank 0, there are 8 registers from R0 to R7. Similarly, in bank 1, there are again 8 registers from R0 to R7. Bank 2, again there are 8 registers from R0 to R7. Bank 3, again there are registers from R0 to R7. Now, when I have written move A, R3, what this instruction says here, source is R3. That means data is available in the R3 and data should be moved to accumulator, whatever is available in register R3. Now, who will select the register bank? Now, you know that R3 is in register bank 0 also, in bank 1 also, in bank 2 and bank 3. Every bank has R3. So, we know that we have also studied processor status word of 8051 microcontroller, in which there is a provision of choosing a selecting register bank. Let's assume that by using processor status word, we have already selected register bank 0. So it will automatically pick up when I write R3, it will automatically pick up R3 of register bank 0. Okay. Now let's assume that this is a R3 register of register bank 0. Suppose it holds data 39. 39 is a 8-bit number. Let's assume that R3 holds 39. What this instruction says, whatever is available in register R3, it should be moved to register A. It should be copied into register A. Remember that it is a copy operation. It is a copy paste operation. It is not cut paste operation. That means source register will also hold the same number even if it transfers the data from source. Remember, it is a copy paste operation. It is not a cut paste operation. Move operation is a copy paste operation. So what this instruction says, copy data from R3 to register A. Again, I have shown here a small part of 8051 microcontroller in which shown register B and accumulator and other register, temporary register. So after the execution of this instruction, what happened? Now R3 holds 39. So this 39 will get transferred to accumulator. So after execution of this instruction, R3 will also hold 39. This will also hold 39 and accumulator will also hold 39 because it is a copy paste operation. So source will also hold this number even if it transfers the number to accumulator. Now next addressing mode is direct addressing mode. Now as name suggests, it is direct addressing mode. That means something is mentioned directly, something is available directly in the instruction. So what is that which is available directly in the instruction? Let's see. In this mode, the address of the data is specified in the instruction. Now address of data is specified in the instruction. Now address of data. Now again I will go back to the same memory organization. As I told you, this memory is divided into 4 register banks. In each register bank there are 8 registers from R0 to R7 and every register has unique 8-bit address. Like this R0 has address 00, R1 has address 01, R2 has address 02. So every register has its own address. Okay, similarly R3 also has address, R4 has address, R5 has address, R6 has address and R7 also has address. So address of register R7 of register bank 0 is 07. Similarly, the R0 register of bank 1 has address 08. Similarly, R0 of register bank 2 has address. So every register has a unique address even if the name is same. So we can access these registers by using their direct address. So here we need not to select register bank. You can directly choose the address for data transfer. And in direct addressing mode, these addresses of registers are available in the instruction directly. Using direct addressing mode, we can access any register. This includes general purpose register, rank, special function register, input output ports, control register, because all these registers, whatever I have mentioned, these special function registers, input output ports, even ports have their unique 8-bit address, control registers have their own unique 8-bit address. Since every register has its own unique 8-bit address, we can access this register or we can access the data available in these register by using their addresses. Okay, so let's take an example. Move A, 07. Now here it says move the contents of memory location whose address is 07. Now here again this is a number, but it is not immediate addressing mode. This instruction is not saying move 07 into A. Why? Because there is no hash sign. There is no hash sign. This sign is not available. This is not available before 07 and hence it indicates that this is not data but it is address. Okay, that means data is available on this address. Where is this address? Where is 07? So this is 07. You can see here this is 07. Now register R7 has address 07. So that means whatever is available in R7, let's say 39 is available in register R7. So what this instruction says, the transfer or copy the contents of memory location whose address is 07 into register A. Again, from source to destination, from right to left. Transfer the contents of memory location whose address is 07 into register A. So after execution of this instruction, it will transfer this 39 in the accumulator. Now let's go to the next instruction. Now next addressing mode is indirect or register indirect addressing mode. Now here, as word indicates, indirect, that means something is available indirectly. So what is available indirectly? So address is available indirectly in the instruction. In the previous instruction said the address of data was available directly in the instruction. Now here address is not available directly in the instruction. So where it is available then? That means this address is indirectly available, means it is available in some register. Now in indirect addressing mode or register indirect addressing mode, either both names are okay, either use indirect addressing mode or register indirect addressing mode. The address is specified in the register, and this symbol, this @ symbol, indicates that addressing mode is indirect. Remember that if @ is mentioned, it indicates that it is indirect addressing mode. Let's take an example. Move A comma at R1. Now it is not only R1, it is at R1. Had it been the case that at is not available and only R1 is available, then it will be a case of register addressing mode. But since at is available, it indicates that this instruction belongs to indirect addressing mode, and address of data is available in register R1. Address of data is available in register R1. So what this instruction says, move means copy the contents of memory location. Which memory location? Whose address is available in register R1 into register A. Now let's go to R1. Now there are various R1, but let's consider we have chosen register bank 0, and hence let's consider that we are talking about this R1. Now R1, what it contains? It contains 05. That means here R1 contains address of memory location. So it is not data, this is address of memory location. So whose address is 05? Now see, this is 05. The address of register 5, R5 of bank 0 is 05. This is address. This 05 is address. This is address of register R5 of bank 0, which holds 25. So what this instruction says, move the contents of memory location, this memory location, whose address means 05, is available in R1, whose address is available in R1. That means transfer this 25 into register A. So after execution of this instruction, it will transfer this 25 into accumulator. Let's take another example. Now suppose R1 holds 0F and not 05. So again, now since R1 holds 0F, so whose register address is, where is 0F? 0F is this 0F. So 0F is address of R7 of bank 1. 0F, R1 is holding address. So which address? This 0F address. 0F is address of R7 of bank 1. This is bank 1. Okay, this is bank 1, which holds FF. So if this holds 0F, then in that case it will transfer this FF into accumulator. So I have explained the same instruction by using two different examples. I hope you understood. Now next is indexed addressing mode. What is meaning of indexed addressing mode? In this mode, address is indirectly specified in accumulator and data pointer and program counter. So here in this addressing mode, the address is specified in these three registers. Okay. So address is calculated either by adding contents of accumulator and data pointer, or by adding accumulator and program counter, not both in one instruction. So let's take one example. Here, this instruction, it is usually the sum of address stored in A and DPTR. But in indexed addressing mode, only move C and jump instructions can be used. So instruction is move C. It is not simple move instruction. Move C instruction is used for index addressing mode. In index addressing mode, only move C and jump instructions can be used. Now, where we use move C instruction, what is difference between move instruction and move C instruction? So simple move instruction is used for accessing the data in the internal RAM of 8051 microcontroller. We already studied our memory organization and architecture of 8051 microcontroller. We know that there is internal RAM. And simple move instruction is used to access the data available which is stored in internal RAM. Okay, but in index addressing mode is useful while retrieving data from lookup tables from external memory. Whenever we want to access a data from external memory, then we use MoveC instruction. Okay, so what this instruction does, copy contents of ROM, but it is only ROM memory, okay, not RAM. Where MoveC instruction is used? MoveC instruction is used whenever we want to access external ROM. So copy contents of ROM memory location whose address is sum of address of A and DPTR, because instruction is A comma at. At indicates that A plus DPTR is address. Means addition of A and DPTR is address and not data, because at whenever this at symbol is there, it indicates that it is address and it is not data. So what happens? Let's take an example. This is architecture of 8051 microcontroller, in which various registers are shown, and here it is register A. You can see here this is register A. A register. Let's assume that register A holds FF. Register A, which is a 8-bit register, and it holds FF. Because our instruction was A plus DPTR. Our instruction was A plus DPTR. So we will consider A and DPTR. So A holds FF, and this is data pointer. You can see this is DPTR. DPTR means data pointer register, which is a 16-bit register, and it holds F000. So both register can hold any number, but we are assuming that A is holding FF and DPTR is holding F000. So what it does, it will calculate, it will add contents of DPTR and A. It will take DPTR contents, that is F000. It will take contents of A, and now we have got F0FF. Okay. Now let's assume that this ROM, external ROM, is connected with this memory. This is external ROM memory which is connected with this 8051 microcontroller. Now in this ROM, there must be some location whose address is F0FF. Let's assume that this is a memory location of ROM whose address is F0FF. There will be different memory locations, and every memory location will have different address. But in some memory location, there is address F0FF. Now suppose in this memory location 25 is stored. So what this instruction does, this instruction will transfer this 25 into accumulator. What was that instruction? Instruction was move C A comma at A plus D P T R. Instruction was move C, MOVC, move C A comma at A plus DPTR. So what it will do, it will take contents of A, it will take contents of DPTR, these contents it will add, we will get some address, it will go to ROM, In ROM, that address is available. Now 25 was stored in this, and it will transfer this 25 into accumulator. Because why in accumulator register A? Because A is on destination side and this is on source side. Now next addressing mode is implied addressing mode. What is meaning of implied addressing mode? In implied or implicit addressing mode, instruction perform operations on register directly on the contents of register, and here operand is absent. In instruction, we don't have any destination or any source, but here these operands are associated with the instruction. They are implicitly associated with the instruction. That means operand is a part of instruction. Now you can take an example of RLA, rotate left accumulator. That means rotate the contents of accumulator towards left. It is implied addressing mode instruction because operands are not available, and this accumulator, which is actually a operand, it is a part of instruction itself. And hence these type of instructions are known as implied addressing mode instruction or implicit addressing mode instruction. So what this instruction does, it will rotate. Suppose let's take an example. Suppose this is register A and some data is stored in this instruction. Let's see if this data is stored in this instruction. So after execution, it will move a data towards left by 1 bit position. And now since this is empty, since D0 is empty, now it will enter 0 in this D0 digit position. One more time. So what this instruction does, it will rotate the contents of accumulator or register A towards left by 1 bit position. And now since D0 is empty, it will fill in this D0 by digit 0. So it was about implied addressing mode instruction example. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope you understood the concept of addressing modes of 8051 microcontroller. Still, if you have any doubt, you can always ask in the comment section. Thank you very much.